Now, if you've ever used the Bitcoin network, you probably noticed that transactions are somewhat slow and expensive. They usually take about 10 minutes and sometimes as long as an hour to fully confirm. And they usually cost a few dollars to send. That's a lot more expensive than Visa or Venmo. If you've used Ethereum, you've realized that transactions there are faster, but they're even more expensive. I'm embarrassed to say I've spent tens of thousands of dollars using Ethereum over just the past few months, and some people's bills are ridiculously higher. But what is going on here? Wasn't this supposed to be the future? What the hell? Well, what's happening is these networks are running into challenges in scalability as they grow in users. Scalability is a word you might have heard before. Any business has to think about it. How do we make sure we deliver our services well as we grow? How do we handle more workload or throughput in the system as it grows? This is worth a deeper look because it's a central challenge in crypto networks of all sorts. Scalability in crypto is beholden to a problem known as the scalability trilemma. This was an idea popularized by the founder of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin. The trilemma outlines how in crypto networks there is always a trade-off between three major features. Those are scalability, security, and decentralization. Scalability refers to the speed and usability of the network while under heavy usage. Visa is an example of a highly scalable payment system. It has tens of thousands of transactions per second in throughput, even while millions of people are using it all the time. Security is a measure of how safe your funds and your data are when you're using the network. Obviously, this feature is of unique importance because it doesn't really matter what other benefits there are, nobody will want to use a system that is not secure. Visa has pretty good security, but they still do sometimes suffer hacks and network downtime, and that is due to our third factor, decentralization. Decentralization is a measure of how reliant a network is on any single thing. This can be a company, an individual person like a CEO, a database, or actual hardware infrastructure. An easy way to know whether something is decentralized is to ask, is there a single point of failure in the system? Now, a traditional company like Visa has many single points of failure. For instance, it keeps all of its customers' data in a single database. It is formed by a single company with a C-suite that holds most of the power. Most of its critical hardware is located in one place as well. And it also relies on company-backed servers, which can fail and then cause outages. Thus, we can determine that a network such as Visa performs very well in scalability, adequately well in security, but quite poorly in decentralization. Crypto networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum tend to have it the other way around. They excel at security and decentralization, but they have some major challenges around scalability. The scalability trilemma dictates how there is always a trade-off between these three critical features. It is generally possible to achieve any two of the features very well, but achieving all three is very hard and it usually requires some trade-off. Crypto networks that claim to be a lot more scalable often trade off decentralization, since security is usually the last thing you want to trade off. And they do this either by restricting the number of nodes or miners or the number of actual users. So this is an important challenge for all of crypto to solve, most notably Bitcoin and Ethereum. It is a problem that promises to frame crypto development for years to come. We'll talk a lot more in depth about how each of these networks are trying to solve this problem during our deep dive videos. For now, though, you should understand what the scalability trilemma is and how it impacts the crypto space. This allows us as investors to better assess how certain projects may be trying to solve this problem and how the ecosystem will evolve in the future. We can also be on the lookout for projects that bring good, innovative solutions to the problems, as these could be quite promising.